India Today. This is Anita Brito in conversation with the team of Babli Bouncer, that's extremely talented and gorgeous Tamannaah Bhatia, and three-time national award winner Madhur Bhandarkar. Hello, welcome guys. Firstly, amazing trailer. But sir, आपसे जानना चाहती हूँ मैं.
Yeah.
People were not expecting this from your side, especially because you have made films which have been very on a serious note. This is
Exactly.
something slice of life kind of a film. Why this?
Because I think I have a humorous side of myself as a person, and I think all film has its own narrative, how it should be, why it should be. Like I have earlier also said some interviews that this movie could have been very serious film, but I wanted to make a very humorous, very breezy, very a film where everybody can just enjoy the film with a smile, and I wanted that world to be shown in humorous manner. So that's the reason. That is the only reason I wanted to make this film, like where you get a perspective about Bubbly's from all the aspect, and how she's basically feisty, she's humorous, she's a prankster, romantic, everything.
Right. What was your first thought when he approached you for the film?
It's like I got lucky. I was like, hey, I'm gonna for me, he is one of the filmmakers I've been very inspired by, because he was the OG person who kind of did a lot of female-led films. And all his female-led films are so memorable. Not just the films, but sometimes like the music. I remember the tune of Fashion, like that. I think that was for a very, and the songs of Fashion, for example, were a part of my playlist for a very, very long time. So I admired him on so many levels that I was like, apna time aa gaya hai, matlab. Like now if and also the thing is, I think before I met him, I thought he's going to be a really, really serious, because he's such a serious filmmaker. He makes these very intense films full of drama. So I was like, he's going to be he's going to prep will be hard, it's going to be a difficult one to shoot. But I'm telling you, as many skills and as many difficulties I had to actually go through, I didn't feel anything. He literally numbed it all out for me, because he made it so simple. And purely by just creating an environment on set which was so healthy, so much fun. And I think sometimes when the captain of the ship is going to keep the environment light on set, you don't worry too much. Like sometimes I think worry can take over actors, because we are over processing things constantly. So he made sure nobody felt overwhelmed while working, and had a blast. I think it's one of my best on-set experiences in a very, very long time. And I think it's been one of the most collaborative experiences, because Star Studios, Jungly Pictures, and Disney Plus Hotstar, and Madhur Sir's directional department, I think everyone was in sync. Everyone spoke to each other really openly, and they really, I for the first time felt heard. Like, if I can say that, like I felt heard when I would give him an opinion. He never went like, oh listen, I have so much experience, or you don't know your thing. He never made me feel like that, and I feel like that is his best thing, that he doesn't consider anybody below him or above him, and he considers everyone equal. And I feel like that's why he's made a film just so which is kind of showcasing gender equality, but with a lot of fun, which is what he really is.
Correct.
So I think it's one of the most authentic pieces of work for me, and I'm hoping it's showing a side of Madhur so that people don't know.
Right. Exactly. What was the reaction of the people around you, especially you? And this is the first time you're experimenting something like this. What was the reaction around you?
See, basically, I said that my movies had always had humor in it earlier also. I made a Dil To Bachcha Hai, which was extremely nice. And all the film, if you see, there is element of humor in the film. But this movie, like I said, wanted to make a film which is more focused on the humor side, because I had other films also in my kitty which I wanted to make, which is there with me. But this movie I wanted, and the time had come, because we had all gone through this turmoil of pandemic globally, and when things started picking up, when we started picking up the threads at that particular time, it was a right decision to make a film with humor, and a film which family can watch. And Disney Hotstar Plus was absolutely the ideal partner with who came on the board with Jungly Pictures and together. And they said they loved the script when they heard the script, and that's how we said, "Kid, this is a movie," because there's so many movies and so many content all across the OTT platform.
Right.
But this is a real desi Hindi film where you will see, and at the same time, there is a message, a subtle message to the film also. That is the woman side of the world of Bouncer, how they feel and how what you're doing. There's a romantic side. There is all kind of elements you can see in the film. It's a complete film where, and trust me, the characters are very real and flesh and blood. It is not caricature. It is not over the top character where you would reflect and can see कि okay I can see this character या मैंने ऐसा character देखा है picture में that you will be this will be showcasing in the film.
Right. Tamannaah, for you, how was the response from your friends, families?
They were like, "Oh, Babli Bouncer!" Like they're like, "Oh, female bouncer." So a lot of people didn't know that female bouncers exist.
We never took them seriously also, even in clubs and all. When we see, we never take them seriously. We always would,
you think that a really huge person is going to mostly usher. If someone comes in your way, that's the person that you will go to. But I feel like the narrative has slowly changed. I, of course, over a period of time, have seen a lot of female bouncers, especially because we go out a lot in crowds, and that's the only time I normally take the help of bouncers. When I go out on a personal note, I don't have anybody with me. But yeah, I've always seen female bouncers do a great job, and but what I think was the most special thing was that everyone felt like Babli Bouncer, the title itself was interesting and the world itself was interesting. So I think everyone has an intrigue around this film, which is great because that's what we want people to feel. But one thing I think I've while making the film, the kind of world we've been able to create, it's been one of the most satisfying experiences for me.
Right. You just mentioned, when you go out for promotions and stuff like that, we always take bouncers. But have you seen, we have always taken male bouncers. We have never taken female bouncers, even to protect a female. We take male bouncers. Do you think that is, that will ever change, or
of course, in fact, recently I was in Trivandrum and I was launching my first Malayalam film actually. So so we were all in a temple in Kerala, and I had 12 female bouncers and I had 12 male bouncers because it was very crowded, so we needed those many bouncers. And I've always had female bouncers in some capacity or the other.
Nice.
Of course, I didn't know I'll be playing one someday, but now that I have, I think I really get what their lives are. It's an interesting world.
Anything from your side?
I think definitely this female bouncer, I mean to say, maybe it's now very less in terms of. But I'm telling you, this movie will become a trendsetter in terms of people keeping female bouncers in pubs and clubs and all. It's already there. There is already there, but I think that will be a bigger thing. And after watching the movie, there will be a lot of girls who like to be that, that bubbly kind of. The identification will be much more.
Correct.
And sometimes when you see something on this on the screen and on a film, so you do get that aspirational thing about it.
You get inspired also.
Inspired about it. My God, how she is. That kind of job it is. So I think it's a great thing. I really feel that rural India, how they come to Delhi and how they do their job and go in the morning. So that's the whole world. The whole concept is so new. So I think that will be giving a lot of encouragement to a lot of people.
इसको प्रोफेशनल वैसे भी बोलते नहीं है, मतलब फीमेल बाउंसर्स को प्रोफेशनलिज्म में आता नहीं है. They get the job, they take the job, but that is not what it is called. But I would like to know, what has been your the most challenging part of this work? You had to bulk up, if I'm not wrong. Yes,
what was most difficult for me was the Haryanvi dialect, because it is a sing-sound film. And while I've worked down south, I've mostly done films that are dubbed. So even when I have dubbed in the southern languages, I've always had to dub my lines. But sing sound in a dialect is another story altogether. So we had a coach for me. His name is Umesh. He really helped us. And of course, even Madhur sir was keeping an eye, trying to make sure that this doesn't get caricaturish. Because she's this very high energy character. So we were trying to keep it in a space where it's believable and real and enduring. but at the same time we don't lose on the authenticity, because Haryanvi people are actually, they have a low-key sarcasm in the way they talk, and they're
Correct.
essentially very self-assured people. I've noticed that a lot because my bhabhi is Haryanvi.
Oh.
So it's just it's amazing to kind of play this, and for me definitely that, and then riding the bullet was hard because it's a very heavy bike, and I've never before this been on a bullet. But I think sir was like insistent. He's like, you will ride a bullet, you won't ride a bike.
Well, it's fun to ride a bullet,
Yeah,
especially
it
a
is.
girl
It is.
riding it.
Completely.
Once you get a hang of it, it's fun.
Yeah, people just notice you when you're on the bike.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
the guys don't get that much attention. The amount of girls
yeah,
women get.
yeah. It's not a
So
common sight.
Yes, actually. Madhur sir, what do you have to say at the current situation that we are going through, or the state of cinema? What's your thought on the current state of cinema?
I mean to say means what the current state
Right now, all the boycott culture is going on. There are trends, and there are so many things happening. It's just pulling the Bollywood industry down.
See, I think, like I said earlier also, it's a phase. And this phase, like a lot of people then say the films are not working. And I think it's always there. It's always been there. And there's a second phase in, and that happens in all the fields. It's not only the
Correct.
film industry. And I'm sure in coming months, we will be having good movies, which will again, our film industry, if we see the past also 1 year back, but I mean this year only if you see. So we had good reasonable amount of hits in the box office. RRR, Gangubai, Kashmir File, and
Correct.
Pushpa. All these movies have done extremely well at the box office. So there is a phase which comes always in film fraternity also, in film industry also, where you feel films are not working. But I'm sure coming movies which are very promising, very good, the industry will bounce back and definitely things will be improved.
Tamannaah, your take on it?
Well, I think I've always been someone who's got so much support from fans, and I have such loyal fans, and I'm so indebted to them, because in a 17-year-long career, they've only supported me. They've literally seen me grow,
Yeah.
like from a teenager to a young woman. So I just now want to increase that family and want to work towards, playing memorable characters where, where I can win hearts. And that's essentially what Babli also is. She wins hearts. So I'm hoping to do the same.
Right. So, one particular personality, real life personality, that you would like to make a biopic on, if given a chance.
In
Real life personality,
real
anyone.
life personality whom I do a biopic on, I think it's very difficult. I think Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Nice.
I think
Nice.
definitely. It's obviously you need that kind of scale also.
Scale.
But yeah.
You were talking about your other projects that are still, that you kept on the back burner. Anything that you will be working on?
No,
very soon?
nothing. Right now, I think Babli Bouncer and then subsequently India Lockdown, my other movie,
Yeah, that one.
on the backdrop of the pandemic. So that will be releasing in November. So then I take a break, I'll travel somewhere, and I'll think about it. I think these two movies will end this kind of promotion, we are doing it. So after that the promotion will start.
Okay.
So year will be ending, and I hope 2023 we start something with different and
Subject.
yeah.
Alright. Tamannaah, you have a great lineup of films. Which one are you most excited about, apart from Babli Bouncer?
All of it, yeah. Like, honestly, they're all going to be different facets of me that I haven't done before. And I've very consciously made this choice of choosing projects where it's something new for me, and I have something new to showcase to the audience. Yeah, and I'm hoping, people associate with it, people, enjoy it, and that's my endeavor. And also to just do nice, fun, different characters which I haven't attempted yet in my career.
What is that one character that you really want to try out very soon in any film?
I really want to do an out-and-out action film,
Oh,
and I
nice.
want to do a dance film, like a dance-based film,
Nice.
which is, we've not had many in our country, but we've had ABCD, and we've
Correct.
had, so I think because I love dancing, and I always keep saying कि यार मैंने कभी भी dance सीख नहीं पाया. I'm not a trained dancer, so I know that whenever I do a dance film, I'll get the time to, I love the life of a dancer. I think I've never seen a sad person dancing,
Yeah,
because that doesn't happen. You have to be in a certain spirit to dance.
correct.
So I feel like whenever I look at dances, I get very it takes me into very dreamy land, because I'm like, they have such a they enjoy this. This is like, it's like a kind of meditation
Yeah.
for them, because they just like
You feel good after
it's
dancing, you know, those-
yeah, it's a great, it's
Yeah.
endorphins, so it's lovely. So I think an out and out dance film.
Awesome. Well, on that note, thank you so much for talking with us, and all the very best for Babli Bouncer.
Don't worry, हम लोग शबा चबा
Bunty.
नहीं बोलते थे, फिर हम लोग की आदत पड़ गई.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.